Okay, so we're going to put in the fret dots here. So first thing I've done is establish the center up here using a calipers. Okay, center is right here, and I established the center back here at this end. Place the ruler and mark out the center of the frets where the markers will go. Okay, so basically so 3rd fret, 5th, 7th, 9th, there'll be dots in the center. Skip 2 frets down at the 12th. I mark the center, but the dots are going to go to the side on the 12th fret, right? And then 15, 17, 19, 21. Okay, and then we just measure each measure the width of each space, each fret space here. So for example, this one here is 1.245 inches. Okay, so I'll come down to 62.25, or 0.625 rather. 0.625. Right. Okay. Yeah, so it's right here. So that's where the first mark will go. And I'll put a little hole there, okay, with the awl, like that. Okay, so that's where the bit will go when I drill the 1/4-inch hole. And I do the same with each one, except down here at the 12th fret. I don't put a marker in the center. I put a marker on each side. Okay. Okay, so I've got all the holes marked. Put a little awl hole, you know, at the center where I'm going to put each fret dot marker. Put 2 holes here. I put a hole accidentally in the center of this one, but I'll just fill that with a little bit of ebony dust and some, I've got that really watery crazy glue, so I'll just fill that, not a big deal. And once it's sanded over, you won't even see it. And all these are marked here. So we'll go to the drill press now and make these holes, all right? Okay, so I've got the drill press set up here, 1/4-inch bit in here, and I'm just going to put the bit in that little hole that I made with the awl and set the depth. So I want the depth to be fairly shallow, of course. We'll try that. Maybe a bit more than that. Okay, there you go. That's pretty good. So we'll just move along. Do each one at the same depth. So the drill press is set now, so I'll just push it down as far as it will go, you know, without forcing it, because I can go further. It'll click along into the next depth, right? But if I just gently push the lever until it stops, I'll be at the same depth as the first one. Okay, 3, 5, 7th fret. Okay, 9th fret coming up here. Now I'll come down and do these bottom 4. They're all in the center. That's the 15th fret. 17. Always count when I'm doing it because it's easy to make a mistake. 19 and 21. Okay. And the last 2 are in the 12th fret, so of course, you know, very easy to make a mistake and drill a center hole in the 12th fret, but you got to remember that they're off on the side. I've got them marked, of course, so one goes in there. And also the fretboard's radius, so you might have to go just a little bit deeper. There we go. And that's it. All the holes are drilled, see? Okay. So it's just a matter now of putting in the, I'm going to put mother of pearl inlay in here. Okay, so here's the mother of pearl inlay that I've got. I just need 10 of these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So I've got some glue. I just use wood glue. And put a little bit of wood glue in the hole here. Okay. Just like that. And then the mother of pearl should slip right in there. Now, I don't push it down with my finger because you can push it too far. So I just use a wood block and just kind of push it in with the block so that it'll be flush with the fretboard. Okay, so just leave it a little bit proud because this will be sanded with the radius sanding again. So I'll go over all of that and sand it down. So that's basically how it goes. I'll do all of these and then we'll come back and do the sanding, okay? Okay, so the fret dots are all installed, kind of roughly. They're just a little bit proud, just, you know, a little bit proud of the surface of the fretboard. And I've got this little hole I have to fix here. Okay, so I've got some ebony dust. All right, I save dust from, you know, when I'm sanding, precisely for this sort of thing. So I just sprinkle a little bit of ebony dust there into that hole like that. And just fill up the hole. And then I've got this this very watery crazy glue, so I just put some of that there, like that, and that will pretty much take care of that little spot. Okay, so I guarantee you won't see it. When it's sanded. Just kind of gotta push it in there a bit with the glue down there before it sets. There you go. All right. Yeah, sometimes the dust and the glue get down in the fret slot, so I have this instrument here with a hook on it, right? That goes into the fret slot, and you pull it through, and that cleans out the fret. You know, the fret slot where the fret is going to go, just like that. Okay. Now, I've got my radius sanding block here. Okay, with it's the 10-inch radius. That's what the fretboard radius is here, and 220 paper. So I'm just going to level those dots now. Get them down flush with the fretboard. And you can see they sand pretty easy, right? Sorry about that. And you'll see the fretboard starts to clean up after a while, and you start to get black on the paper, and you know then you're getting down to this level you need to be at. And of course I got to sand this little bit of crazy glue where I fill that spot, make sure I get that. Okay, it shouldn't be long. Paper gets gummed up, so I had to clean it out. Find a little bit of air will do that, right? Clean it up. Just blow the sandpaper off. So when I'm done, I'll come back. And there you have it. The fret dots are installed. So I sanded down to 220, down to the, you know, so that the fret dots were flush with the fretboard, and I got that little bit of crazy glue off here where I filled that hole, right? You can't see that hole, right? See? And then I got some 320 paper here and just went over the fretboard to smoothen it. So the 320 doesn't cut much, of course. It just makes the fretboard really smooth, which it is. So that's it, fret dots are in. And that didn't take very long. Probably half an hour, right?